Hi Pisces, and welcome to your weekly reading from the week of the 24th to the 30th of July. This is a reading for all Pisces placements, but also if you're drawn to this reading and you find this as a cross-watcher and this resonates for you, then please take what helps you and leave the rest behind. In the beginning of the reading, I will do a general energy, second part of the reading, relationship dynamics, so stay tuned. Let's check out what the cards want to say. Three of Swords in the reverse, dear Pisces. The Justice card in the reverse. And the Tower in the reverse. Okay, this is strong energies, but strong energies that are elevating you into higher consciousness for sure. The Tower in the reverse for me is always a moment of elevating yourself and maybe others with you into a higher space of consciousness, breaking open restrictions, breaking open barriers within yourself that held you back. Justice in the reverse, Three of Swords in the reverse is two air energy cards. Maybe you're dealing with a Libra, maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. We do have a star card here that is also an Aquarius card. Justice in the reverse, maybe this week feels, this week is intense because we have three major arcanas here. Something might feel challenging when it comes to finding the right way forward, or finding yourself in a situation where you feel justified, or where you feel like you can handle a situation in a way that is fair for everybody. It might also be a negotiation situation where you cannot find common ground with a person. It might be a legal situation, of course, with the Justice card, but doesn't have to be. It seems like it's hard to find a solution, or this is one of the main themes, to find a solution, common ground in maybe a relationship or with partners, with people surrounding you that are closer to you, that works for everybody. Either you could be in a position where you have to act unjustified, or somebody towards you is acting unjustified. It doesn't seem like you are extremely hurt by the situation, but it seems like it's triggering some old stuff. But I feel like you're able to let it go really quickly. With the Three of Swords in the reverse, it could touch some old wounds. That's how I read it. And when it's in the reverse, we're in a pretty good place of letting it go fast, not getting too attached to the pain, I want to say, if that's something you can say. The Tower, as I said, I think is really catapulting you into a new level of understanding together with a person, and it will get rid of old patterns, walls, restrictions within yourself that hold you back, hold a connection back, hold maybe the progress of a partnership or connection back, and bring you more understanding. It will break down what's not working. It will bring more freedom. Tower. The Star in the reverse is a card. Overall energy on the bottom of the deck, where we are not necessarily feeling that we are in the right place or we've arrived. A little difficult to show our authentic selves. Maybe it's even better strategy to not fully show ourselves, to not make ourselves vulnerable. With the Star in the reverse, we have a very hard time being vulnerable. This could be just strategic as a move. Seems like it's not working though, quite honestly. And maybe this is also upsetting a person. But it seems like it's too much at stake. With the Three of Swords in the reverse, it could really be like, well, I'm not going to make myself so vulnerable that people kind of can hurt me really deeply or cut me really deeply. but it's not, it seems like it's gonna play out differently than you think. With the Tower in the reverse, we do have a sudden moment also of realization. So things might play out a little different than you think this week, and that might be a sudden moment of this realization happening. So let's see what, this is an interesting situation. Let's see what this is further into, what this could mean further into a relationship dynamic. This can be any relationship, doesn't have to be romantic, of course can be romantic. The Hanged Man in the reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, well. Seven of Pentacles. Three of Swords in reverse again. Wow, it is, I'm getting strongly an approach or trying to let go of old wounds that maybe a person caused or you caused a person. Really trying to let go, which is super hard. Maybe they're in a relationship, in a connection, there have been things said that were very hurtful. And sometimes we kind of go back again and again and again and again to these situations, and we're stuck like in these past moments of, but you said this and you said that, and back then you did this and back then you did that. This other person, I think they're trying to find a new perspective on this situation. I think they're coming out of feeling trapped by maybe an old belief or an old restricting view of themselves and this connection. It seems like you are still having a little bit of a hard time moving on emotionally, maybe even from past hurts or from things that have been said that still linger, that have been unfair, that are bringing this energy of holding on. With the Three of Swords in the reverse still, I think it's the first approaches, the first steps into just pulling these swords out and letting these things go and starting to really lick the wounds and let them, give them a chance to heal. It's time to pull out those swords. It's time to let those swords fall out. And this person with a new perspective on things could very well help you with that. With the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it's not my favorite because it seems like you're very critical, both of you, self-critical as well as critical about the other person, and that's not helpful, of course, in this type of situation where we are only looking at the bad things, maybe even. That could be the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. We're only looking at what's wrong, what was bad, what the other person did. The other person is mirroring that and is going to tell us what we did, and then we will never get a chance to let go or to heal or to look at those wounds if we constantly reactivate them, if we constantly pour salt into them again and again and again and again, and they're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually we're just going to, I mean, I don't even want to go further with this picture, but it's destructive, and it really leads to decay of a relationship, and then nothing is left. So don't fall into that trap, and I'm saying don't, but do really find moments of forgiveness, even if they're very small. Start small, you know. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't need to be, I forgive you everything you've ever said and done. But you could be like, well, was this person maybe just very stressed out and couldn't help themselves, and it was not about me in this particular situation and more about themselves, and maybe I can't just let this one slide. You know, it's not about just not holding somebody accountable, but it's more about understanding that people cannot sometimes control their impulses and therefore do things that they don't mean to do. It's a automatic aggression, and yeah, that doesn't, as I said, that doesn't mean we should just forgive everybody everything all the time and not hold people accountable, but it just means for the sake of our own well-being, it's not helpful probably to just rehash the situation over. I get this feeling so strongly that this is about rehashing situations over and over again. And I think this is something, and this is also the Eight of Cups in the reverse, very much so for me. Just staying stuck in this grabbing on to what's wrong. So yeah, let's try to step out of this a little bit more this week. Step by step, little by little. Don't stress yourself out. Be gentle with yourself. Okay. One oracle card for you, Pisces. This is an intense reading for me too. Yeah, of course, of course. Of course, this is coming out. Round and round is about karmic cycles, is about also repeating patterns for the sake of maybe gaining more awareness, understanding how to approach it differently this time, or a little bit on an elevated level. So yeah, this is a lesson. This is another lesson that has not been fully integrated. I don't think this is a good approach to be, this is a lesson that has not been integrated. You know, we learn lessons all the time, we integrate. It's not about how fast, or it's just, okay, this is coming again for you. Maybe there is some creative new approaches for you that you can bring into this situation that you probably experienced a couple of times before. I don't think this is something, this has to be something that you know, a dynamic that you know, and a dynamic that you now get the chance to react differently to. So take that chance. I want to say, Pisces, take that chance and learn. Third eye activation is really strong here. And the butterfly effect, also an understanding of how our behavior might repeat things for better or worse. All right, Pisces, what a spiritual reading this is, and what a relationship-oriented reading this is. So thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment. Also check out my description box if you want to know about the decks I'm using, or other stuff about this channel. And I'm excited to do another reading for you in the future. I hope you come back, and I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.